Hi everyone. You are on the Software Developer blog channel. Today we will talk about roadmap for Salesforce Developer, what it takes to become a Salesforce developer, what skills are needed and what you will work with. Before you start watching, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Let's start with the concept of what is Salesforce. I have several videos about this on my channel, where I talked about Salesforce, as well as development without writing code, if you haven't watched it. Be sure to pause this video and watch the two previous ones. So, in short, Salesforce is an American company. Specializing in the cloud CRM systems market, Salesforce's main audience is large and medium-sized businesses. From a development perspective, what does it take to be a Salesforce developer? The first and most important thing is to know the Salesforce platform itself and its features. To start developing on it, you will have to understand topics such as 1. Explore the interface of the Salesforce platform. Understand the types of cloud technologies and their differences. 2. Understand the basic standard objects in Salesforce such as account, lead, OPP, contact, case. 3. Find out the difference between standard and custom objects. 4. Learn about types of connections, lookup, master detail. 5. Find out what record type, page layouts, tabs are and what they are for. 6. How is access to Salesforce organized using what? 7. Find out what a profile and permission set are and their differences. 8. What is flow, process builder, approval process, validation rule and figure out what it is. 9. What is connected app and what is it for? 10. What are reports and their types, dashboards? 11. What is queues, group? 12. There are a lot of limits in Salesforce, and believe me, there are a lot of them. 13. Understand what custom setting, metadata types are and what the differences are. 14. Learn about data loader, data wizard and understand it. 15. Types of licenses and organizations in Salesforce, as well as types of sandbox and what it is needed for. This list is only the basis, what you need to know to move on to development on the Salesforce platform. In fact, you need much more. You need to be an expert in this CRM to start development. Since when making architectural decisions, you need to focus on the features of this platform and its limits and recommendations from Salesforce itself, which strive to minimize writing code on the platform and do many things with standard Salesforce tools. After you have dealt with this base and immersed yourself more in Salesforce, you can begin to study development on the platform. To do this, you will need knowledge of several programming languages, ideally Java and JavaScript. Why these two? Since the entire backend in Salesforce is written in Apex and this is a strongly typed object-oriented programming language, very similar to Java, with its limitations. But if you have worked with Java, it will be easy for you to write in Apex. You will quickly switch. You will need to know the basics of Apex, understand Apex triggers, asynchronous processes, batch, future, queuable, shellable. Salesforce also has a mandatory rule when writing Apex code. It must be covered by at least 75% of tests, and they must pass without errors. If this requirement is not met, you will not be able to release your code for production. Also, in Salesforce, the database is presented in the form of objects. SOQL queries in the database are used to obtain data, and SOSL queries are used in the database to search for data, if the analogy is very similar to regular SQL. As for JavaScript, you need to know it at a good level since the entire UI is written using it. This is done using various frameworks such as Visualforce, Aura, Lightning Web Component. Now mostly everyone uses only LWC, but on old projects it is often there are many pages written in Visualforce and Aura, so it's worth knowing them all, as well as their features, pros and cons. If we talk about the tasks that can await you, they may be different. It all depends on the specific project on which you will work. But basically you will have to work a lot with both the back and front parts, like creating components on the UI and working with JavaScript and logic related to retrieving data from the database, working with SOQL, SOSL queries, designing objects, working with various integrations using Apex, writing tests, and much more. Now let's talk about where you can get this knowledge to become a Salesforce developer. To get started learning Salesforce, one of the main resources is the Trailhead platform, developed by Salesforce itself. Trailhead contains hundreds of modules on various areas of Salesforce with practical tasks. By completing these modules, you gain knowledge according to the chosen module. Trailhead is a free and very convenient resource for learning Salesforce. Salesforce also has documentation that covers all the intricacies of Salesforce technology and working with it. There you will find answers to many questions. After you have studied everything and can call yourself a Salesforce developer, you should confirm your skills by passing the Salesforce Developer certificate. Why is this so important? Since it will be easier for you to look for a job if you have it, now many companies do not consider candidates without Salesforce certificates. This is like your proof that you are an expert in this field. Salesforce itself positions that you need to have at least 3 months or 6 months of experience to obtain the Salesforce Platform Developer I certificate, and at least 1 year of experience to obtain the JavaScript Developer 1 certificate. The exam itself can be taken online in front of a camera or in special Salesforce centers. The exam has many practical questions with Salesforce code and best practices. It is taken in the test in English. The exam is paid, and for these certificates it costs $200, a retake costs $100. Therefore, you should prepare thoroughly if you decide to take the test. To understand this in more detail, I will leave links under the video to the official documentation, which will describe the process of how the Salesforce Platform Developer I and JavaScript Developer 1 exam is passed. In short, this is the main pool that you will need to become a Salesforce developer. Yes, you can also include a lot of things here. As an example, you will need knowledge of Git, DevOps practices, Docker, ELK, logging, Postman, design patterns, and much more. Everything depends on the specific project and the pool of tasks on it. All necessary Salesforce links will be indicated in the description. I wish you success in learning Salesforce. I hope this video was helpful to you. Don't forget to leave a like and comment, it helps develop the channel and motivates me to make more videos. Until we meet again, bye.